Hey, what's up, Anansi boys? I have some new comic reviews, and as usual, they're brought to you by my own works. Caprice and Other Stories, available on Lulu, and also you can find it on Nook as a downloadable book. And The Red Knight comic, issues 1 and 2 are out. You can order them through PayPal, actually. If you find me with my email, brother-justin@hotmail.com, you can order yourself some comics. The information is going to be at the bottom of the video. But how about some professional comics from Marvel and DC? Let's start with my favorite comic so far of probably this year is the Daredevil series. Daredevil by Mark Waid, and this issue is done by Marcos Martin. And we're picking up where we left off. This is issue 6. Picking where we left off, where Daredevil ran into a new villain, let's see, called the Bruiser. And the Bruiser kicked his ass off this boat. He apparently looks a little stronger than he is. He apparently is a little stronger than he looks. And let's see, he has this sort of gravitational power where he can shift his weight around and shit like that, therefore making him, basically stronger. Anyway, what's interesting about him is he really wants to be a big shot. I mean, he wears the organizations that hires him on his costume like he's like fucking sponsors. Like, he's got Hydra and the Hive and all over his costume, and he wants to be a big name. He wants to eventually work up to fighting the Hulk. Like he's Scott Pilgrim or something. And he considers like some people under his weight class, so he won't bother messing with them. Anyway, he's hired to kill this guy who fired his client from last issue, this blind kid who overheard some let's see, some Latravia guys talking who had this connection with Hydra. And they're all connected. It seems like this is kind of working with what Bendis is doing, I think, in the Avengers. Is the bad guys in Marvel, the big bad guy organizations, are networking. They're getting together, finally. After all these years, they're thinking, maybe we should work together. And, of course, Daredevil jumps in and saves the day and comes up with a brilliant way to keep all these guys from, killing them. The art is just wonderful, and it's cartoony and realistic as always, and I love this stuff. This is great. Also, this is a great use of Matt Murdock's powers, especially in the first half where he gets out of the drowning problem that he has at the beginning of the issue. And he uses his lawyer powers to talk himself out of this little situation. God, what a great book. 5 RAM chips. Go get Daredevil. If you can't afford Daredevil, like if you're buying other books, drop something. Drop a book to pick this up. This is great. 5 RAM chips. Let's go over to Avengers, issue 19. This is regular Avengers. Brian Michael Bendis and Acuna doing the art. And I love Acuna's art. I mean, it's so... I love the painted look to it and the realistic look to it. This is the second part of Captain America basically setting up a new team, and they have to hold up shop in the old Avengers mansion because the tower's all blown up and shit. And let's see, long story short, there's a bit of recruiting here. Like, he wants Black Panther to join the team, but he's all busy being Daredevil without anybody telling him Daredevil's back. But anyway, he tells him, hey, maybe you should ask my wife, Storm. With, I gotta say, I like the idea of Storm being on the Avengers. I've never been into the idea of Wolverine being part of the team. I understand for sales, blah, 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 and it's probably worked, so I should shut up. But, I don't know. I think a character like Storm would probably make more sense. She seems more Avengers-ish. I don't know. And, I guess Mutant Kind could use a good representative on the Avengers, so I don't know. I always thought she'd be a better choice. And it looks like Bendis is trying to answer back all those people who think, oh, you just hate all these Avenger characters, like, Hawkeye, and the Vision. It's like, well, he's brought the Vision back. Unbelievable. He's blown the shit out of the Vision, like, 2 or 3 times. And the Vision just clicked back on after Tony Stark tinkering with him for forever. And it's this interesting moment because everybody's really happy to see him and overjoyed, and he's kind of like, well, I just saw you guys yesterday. So it's really, I know it's supposed to be something, but, you know, hey, is that a Red Hulk? I'm not sure if I like, I haven't been reading Hulk, so I don't know how Red Hulk's written in his own book. But, you know, this is General Ross, and it just doesn't seem like General Ross dialogue whenever Bendis writes him. I don't know, maybe he's different when he's the Hulk, but I don't know. It just, I don't know. Some of the stuff he has him say just doesn't quite jive with Reed. And at the end of the press conference, Norman Osborn shows up like a dick. And I assume we're going to get some action starting next issue. So I imagine that press conference isn't going to go too well after that. I think that's probably going to be a big shitstorm. That's 5 round chips. I liked it quite a bit. And let's jump over to Scott Snyder and Marco Rudy, Swamp Thing 4. It seems Yannick Paquette has already taken off. So, anyway, our little boy here, who is god-awful and evil because he's the Rot, destroys a whole town in Texas. Now, granted, he kind of uses the excuse that they didn't give him the right milkshake order, but I think he was probably going to do that anyway. Because he needs an army of dead creature mutated things. Anyway, he has, most of this issue has Dr. Holland dealing with the Green and having a meeting and having kind of the history of the Green's universe kind of explained to him one more time. Like, you really need to do this. You need to become Swamp Thing, okay? It's been 4 fucking issues. You need to just do it. Should have just settled this on fucking page 5. Go, okay, I'm Swamp Thing, and then let's go. Basically what they said. And I don't know, it's okay, it's not bad. I'm going to do this 4 RAM chips. And issue 4 of Action Comics, number 4. And it's Grant Morrison and Rags Morales. Now we're picking up where things got all crazy and shit, where Brainiac is making his attack on the world by taking over quite a bit of machinery, making it go crazy and attack. Clark is able to excuse himself from this factory where a whole bunch of robots, you know, turned on the owners. Meanwhile, John Henry Irons is watching from the comfort of his home, and he already has a suit that he's built, I guess, for such an occasion. And here's Superman fighting. He can't fly just yet. He has his white t-shirt on. He's replaced the blue one that got, I guess, destroyed in the last storyline. And let's see, what I think is hilarious is, let's see, during the fight, gets all ripped up. And let's see, where are we going here? Where is it? Let's see. Oh, yeah, it gets all ripped up during the fight. So he kind of looks like the Bruce Timm Supergirl, actually, which, you know, complete with belly shirt there. I don't know if that was on purpose or not, actually. The art is, as usual, just beautiful, detailed, crisp, not too overly detailed or anything like that, or not too simple. Just fantastic. Handles the action very well. And yeah, Brainiac is evil, and Lex is kind of conniving, and it's, you know, it's good Superman. I'm going to give it 5 RAM chips, and the end. Push the button, Lindsay.